Hello, my friends. It has definitely been a while. Welcome to The Leap. I haven't really been doing very many videos lately because the downside of being unemployed and waiting for your job to start, which for me starts in about a week, is having to scramble to make money. So naturally, I've been doing a lot of things to kind of keep the money flowing, keep the bills on. Keep them paid, I should say, not keep the lights on is what I should be saying. And of course, keep my dogs fed. That's pretty important to me. But there's something this kind of brought a bit of melancholy for me in regards to this time of year. There's a lot of people out there that love football. I mean, everybody's going nuts about it. I mean, it's gotten to the point where we start off the college football season with like 5 or 6 days straight of football and whatnot. And needless to say, it's quite interesting to see the level of dedication some of these people have, spending all day in a parking lot eating barbecue, or spending all day drinking and eating barbecue at home, or decorating their entire house to their favorite college team. It's kind of strange to me. I mean, I'll occasionally wear a University of Arizona hat or shirt, show my affiliation with my alma mater, but it's gotten to the point where I don't really care anymore. And it's kind of an interesting reason why I've kind of gotten tired of sports, because for 11 years I actually worked in the sports industry. I worked for the old Tucson Citizen here in Tucson, Arizona, and I especially loved football. I loved covering high school football. That was really the funnest time in my life, because this is the only level of sports, at least in Arizona. I mean, it's a little different in some other states, but at least in Arizona you can hang out on the sidelines, listen to the coaches yell at their players. There's one instance where I was actually kind of witness to an interesting little controversy about a coach grabbing his player too roughly, and I was right there when that happened, and the way the kid described it didn't happen, but it was me against the whole group of parents that were trying to get this coach removed from the team. And so my voice drowned out even though I was there. But that just goes to show some of the interesting things you can come across. And so anyway, football for me back in the day used to mean horrible eating, lots of drinking, lots of soda. Oftentimes I'd fall into a food coma, and that was my day, that was my routine. I'd probably spend about 30-35 bucks every Saturday watching college football. I wasn't quite as dedicated with pro football, because oftentimes you just didn't have the choice of games. I didn't really want to get direct ticket, or whatever the heck they call that, where you can get all the NFL games. I don't want to see the Buffalo Bills versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, some crap like that. So I wasn't necessarily as interested in the pro game as much as the college game, because on the college game you got 6 or 7 different channels. You can watch pretty much whatever the heck you want. Every now and then I'd watch like a SWAC game, like Southern U versus Jacksonville State or something like that. So that's how deep my addiction to football was. So I find it really strange now that I don't even watch football anymore. It doesn't even interest me as much. I went to a live game last year, and that was pretty cool, but that was the only game I watched all year, and of course my school lost. So it just doesn't interest me anymore, and I think the big reason why is because it's during my journey of fighting food addiction, football had a lot to do with part of the problem, and sports had a lot to do with part of the problem, especially during the football season, because now we have games on Tuesday nights, sometimes Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, Friday nights, and so I was really able to feed my eating problems and my drinking problems with football. And the fact that I have reached this point in terms of my food addiction battle is pretty relevant to me. And now I'm not gonna diss football. It's not like I'm never gonna watch it ever again. It's just now it's so out of my life that it's not a necessary component for me in terms of life. I mean, I'll still watch a game every now and then. I can still enjoy the game, the intricacy of it, the strategy, the numbers. I used to love stats and all that, especially once everybody started doing these stupid spread offenses where the stats just went out of control. So anyway, for me, it really helped me understand the whole idea of addiction, because I used to be the ilk of people who believe that you could beat addiction just with simple brain power. You can still immerse yourself in it, and you just need willpower. Well, I learned it's a lot different than that. I mean, it's taken me about 4 years now to really understand the part of my food addiction, and now I've reached a level of discipline where I can go watch a football game and not overeat, not eat an entire pizza, not eat 2 or 3 sodas, maybe some beer. I mean, I can do that now, but beforehand I would still fall under the same old habits. And so now I kind of live by this idea that in order to battle some of your addictive qualities in life, you have to sometimes get rid of them. And fortunately for me, I'm slowly but surely kind of letting sports back into my life. I could still watch them from time to time, but largely it's no longer something I care about as deeply anymore, because it had such a profound effect on my eating habits, my drinking habits, my health habits. I mean, you're basically spending 2-3 hours just to watch something when you could spend that 2 or 3 hours doing something else. So for me, it's kind of strange that I still participate in fantasy leagues and all that stuff, because I don't really know anything about these players anymore. which probably explains some of my poor finishes, but it's a welcome addition, I guess I have to say, that that sports is no longer this necessary and heavily desired part of my life. It's just a supplement now. It's just something I understand. It's something I can kind of enjoy from time to time without the idea of addiction and fueling an addiction. And I'm not sad about it, and I think it makes me better personally. Makes my health feel better, and mentally it makes me feel better too, because now my happiness isn't hinging on the fact that whether my alma mater has a good football or basketball team, because I don't really care anymore. But I'll care when it matters. Typical Fairweather fan. You can go. I can go ahead and say I'm a Fairweather fan now. Anyway, I hope you all have a good one. Take it easy. Enjoy your games. Just try to watch what you eat. Watch what you drink. Take it easy.